bloody nervous. Under the floodlights in Birmingham, we welcome you to Hillz FM Matchday, live coverage of Cadbury Athletic versus Coventry United. The boys in red have got the sweet taste of victory in their sights tonight. No chocolate, unfortunately, because we're not playing in Bourneville, we're playing at Pilkington instead. But you know what? We'll make do with the football. Cream, eggs and wait until tomorrow. Welcome to Hillz FM Matchday with your commentator, Liam Cook. Can this match live up to the absolutely magnificent spectacle we saw on Saturday afternoon, with quite possibly the most amazing last 10 minutes of football I've ever seen in my life? Coventry United missing a penalty, having a goal disallowed, going behind and equalising in dramatic fashion against Hinckley AFC. And we're back in action tonight at Cadbury Athletic. Yes, as in chocolate Cadbury, yeah. But unfortunately, we're not playing at Bourneville. We are located here at the Triflex Sports Association ground, the home of Pilkington XXX. And don't ask me why their second name is XXX, I don't know. Some suitable hand gestures from the crowd there. Let's just say that it's not radio friendly. But well, it's going to be difficult to commentate on today's game, ladies and gentlemen, because although we have the starting lineup for Coventry United, which I'll go through in a couple of minutes, Cadbury Athletic have booked the trend because they have not released their starting lineup, which means it's going to be difficult for us to commentate on the game, but we'll do our best. There are a few games in Midland League Division 1 tonight. A big game in the Victoria Ground as Bromsgrove Sporting take on Lichfield City. Huge game in Midland League Division 1. Coventry United, of course, at Cadbury Athletic. Coventry Copswood hosting Heath Hayes. Hinckley AFC at home to Bowl Hall Swifts. Racing Club Warwick at home to Pershaw Town. And Studley against Atherstone Town in the Birmingham Floodlit Cup. And after this rowdy lot have quietened down for 5 seconds, I'll go through the starting lineup for Coventry United this evening. In goal, returning is number 1, Rich Morris. Number 2, Pierre Moodim. 3, Jamie Coleman. 4, Richie Blythe. 5, the skipper, Martin Hutchcox. 6, Callum Burgess. Number 7, Josh O'Grady. Number 8, Thomas Glasgow. 9, Ross Briscoe. 10, Matt Brown. And 11, making his first start for the team since returning to United, is number 11, Robert Prinzel. And on the bench for Coventry United, number 12, Gif Musa. 13, David Allen. 14, Wendell Moyo. 15, Brian Love. And 16, Muzzy Unduna. Now, as I mentioned, we have no team lineup for Cadbury as of yet, so I'm going to be calling them by their numbers. How about that, lads? That sound all right? That'll do. It'll be rather difficult for people listening without the art of video technology tonight, but you know what? They can stick it. But we are around, about 2 minutes away from kick-off here at the Triflex Sports Association ground. The lads have lined up. I would say they've lined up in the tunnel, but there isn't one. As we are set to go for this Midland League Division 1 encounter. We've also got some Champions League action tonight with Chelsea away at Paris Saint-Germain. The French leaders, 25 points clear at the top of their league.
Sarah gives away.
And that game's about to kick off in a few seconds' time. And also the second match in the last 16 of the Champions League. First leg, Benfica versus Zenit St. Petersburg. There's also some championship matches and some League One action as better late than never. Right. I've got a question for you. Do you want to hear the starting lineup for Cadbury Athletic? Now, well, tough. I'm going to read it out anyway. Okay, in goal, number 1, Fraser Oliver. Number 2, Craig Brooks. 3, Dion Colstock. 4, the skipper, Stuart Butcher. 5, Nicholas Allen. 6, Tom Brain. Number 7, Sean Hunter. 8, Joseph Brooks. 9, O'Dane Barnes. 10, Dean Lay. 11, Sam Griffin. And on the bench for Cadbury this evening, number 12, Cordell Jones. Number 14, Javon Robinson. 15, Richard Deeming. 16, Joel Powell. And 17, Sean Hayes. Now bear with me while I try and write this down. Because, of course, the starting lineup was a little bit delayed. So try and get this written up as soon as I can. And a big shout out to Graham Wood getting us the starting lineup. Big shout out to you, Craig. Well done for that, lad. And we are not too far away from kick-off here at the Triplex Sport Association ground. And I think I'm right in saying that we still have the incredible last 10 minutes of last Saturday's match in our minds. And you can relive that drama from tonight because the highlights of that game are going to be reposted on my official Mixcloud page, which is mixcloud.com/Liam Cook. You can also find the highlights from the games from the next few weeks. Also, there's going to be episodes from my breakfast show, Good Morning Hillfield, and Sports Lounge as well, plus the all-new wrestling podcast, the Battle Royal Wrestling Podcast, which debuted this week. You can tune into the first ever episode of that. As we are still waiting for the boys to come out of, I would say, the tunnel, but there isn't one. And it is starting to rain, so they might want to hurry up about it. I don't want to be caught up in a monsoon tonight. And Alan is putting up a very nice protective barrier there. I don't think he's going to keep it up for the rest of the game, unfortunately. So, umbrella, please. Where's my producer? And it is an absolutely freezing cold night in Birmingham tonight. And I tell you what, I do not want to be out there in those shorts like the lads of Coventry United and Cadbury are tonight. But we're ready for some fantastic footballing action live from Midland League Division 1 this evening. And like I say, we'll be bringing you score updates from around the country as much as we can. Rockers stopped. And here we go. We're ready. Coventry United and Cadbury. Walkout Cadbury in their purple and white strip. Coventry United in their home jerseys of red, white and green. Of course, these civic colours of our fair city. As we prepare to get things underway here at the Triplex Sport Association ground. I'm sure it's going to be an absolutely fantastic encounter. It always is when Coventry United are in town.
United!
And of course, as usual, the Coventry United faithful singing their hearts out as they always do. Of course, big shout out to every single Coventry United supporter, not only listening to today's broadcast, but of course here at the ground. Come on, is that all we're going to get? Say hello to the nice people. Say hello to the nice fans.
We love you, Liam. We do. Oh, Liam, we love you.
Well, it's fair to say I've never heard that chant before, but I'd love to hear it again. And now on to the 11 lads on the pitch who really do matter tonight.
Go on, boys. Chips? Where's chips? Where's your chips on? There's no food. There's no food.
And we are nearly ready to start the action here at the Triplex Sports Association ground. And let's go through, once again, a run through of today's teams. For Cadbury Athletic in goal, number 1, Fraser Oliver. Number 2, Craig Brooks. 3, Dion Colstock. 4, Stuart Butcher. 5, Nicholas Allen. 6, Tom Brain. 7, Sean Hunter. 8, Joseph Brooks. 9, O'Dane Barnes. Number 10, Dean Lee. And number 11, Sam Griffin. And once again, the starting lineup for Coventry United this evening. Returning in goal, number 1, Rich Morris. Number 2, Pierre Moodim. 3, Jamie Coleman. 4, Richie Blythe. 5, Martin Hutchcox, who is the standing skipper for this evening. Number 6, Callum Burgess. 7, Josh O'Grady. Number 8, Thomas Glasgow. Number 9, Ross Briscoe. Number 10, Matt Brown. And number 11, Robert Prinzel. And we are set to go here in Birmingham for this hotly anticipated encounter. It's already been postponed once, but the elements are not going to stop us tonight. We're getting some football action in. We're going to watch a game of football tonight, lads. And we are ready with Coventry United kicking from left to right. Coventry United, are you ready? Yeah, that was decent enough. Right, it's going to be O'Grady to kick off along with, I believe it's Ross Briscoe. And we're underway with Coventry United in possession of the ball. We're live on Hillz FM Matchday, live coverage of Cadbury Athletic versus Coventry United, live in Midland League Division 1 from the Triplex Sport Association ground. Booted forward by Hutchcox. Headed back forward there by Brain. United pick up the ball again. Pierre Moodim on the right-hand side. Good challenge. Put in by the number 9 striker, O'Dane Barnes. Thrown down line, headed on by Blythe. Towards Brown, but easily picked up by the Cadbury defence. Here come Cadbury with Barnes. Little tussle there with Thomas Glasgow, the United man coming away with the ball, but Cadbury regain possession with Brain. Trying to get away from Blythe there. Brooks finds his teammate Stuart Butcher, the captain, on the right-hand side. Long ball forward, looking for Barnes. Headed on by Hutchcox, and it's offside against Barnes, the Cadbury striker. Early show of intent there from the home side. Of course, we welcome you to get involved in the action, as always, via Twitter at Matchday Hillz. Send us in your fan feedback, your predictions, anything to do with tonight's broadcast, and let us know. It is your show after all. As Coventry United look to take advantage of a decent attacking position. Josh O'Grady halfway into the attacking half, surrounded by purple shirts, plays it back towards Moodim. Moodim finds Prinzel. Tried to play it into the centre of the Blythe. The pass wasn't successful. Blythe comes away with the ball anyway. Glasgow over to the left-hand side finds Jamie Coleman on the halfway line. Cautiously making his way forward. United trying to find their way forward here. Still going is Matt Brown. Matt Brown, good challenge from behind there from Hunter. Played forward towards Barnes. Control wasn't there. Now it's gone out for a throw-in. No, it's been kept in by United. Burgess with the ball in the defensive area. Forward to O'Grady. Good challenge again from behind. And United come away with the throw-in. A decent challenge there by the Cadbury man. I believe it was Nicholas Allen. He moved him to take the throw-in just in front of the dugouts towards Prinzel. Booted forward there by Joseph Brooks. And that will go all the way to the returning goalkeeper. Rich Morris is back between the sticks. He missed the very exciting 2-2 draw on Saturday. And of course, you can relive the action from that game on Mixcloud, a 5-minute highlights package. Completely free. All you got to do is go to www.mixcloud.com/Liam Cook. As Coventry United pick up the ball once again with Rich Morris in the box. A good control there from O'Grady. He's got Briscoe in front of him. Puts a long ball into the area. Brown couldn't quite get there. And a good challenge in the end by Butcher. The United still trying to get the ball back. Cadbury trying to play it out of danger. And they have done just about. Dion Colstock playing it out of danger, but only just great pressure there from Coventry United. And praise there from the Cadbury manager, Matt Kirby. And we're waiting for another ball. They don't come cheap in non-league football. And Pierre Moudin to take the throw-in a dangerous position for Coventry United. Moudin receives the ball back from Blythe, gets past the defender, crosses it in, blocked well. And O'Grady tries to beat his man, but it's eventually cleared by Cadbury. United pick up the ball again on the halfway line. Long ball towards O'Grady, headed away there by Colstock. And here come Cadbury. Racing forward with the number 11, Sam Griffin. It's eventually played out for a throw-in. And the long ball played forward into the area. And it will be a corner. Cadbury Athletic with a corner on the left-hand side of the goal. In fact, actually, I think it's going to be a throw-in. On the other side of the ground, it's pretty hard to see at the moment. Throwing into the area. Barnes plays it back. Colstock, crossing opportunity, puts it in, heading towards goal. Oh, it's still an opportunity here for Cadbury. And what a chance there for Griffin, and he's put it wide. Well, Barnes, Brooks, Griffin all going for the same ball in front of goal, but neither could put it into the net. A wasted opportunity there for Cadbury as Griffin eventually put it wide. And the goal kick didn't exactly go well. It's out for a throw into Cadbury. And it's another throw in after some good pressure there from Coleman. Score at the Triplex Sports Association ground remains Cadbury Athletic 0, Coventry United 0. United 5 points clear at the top of Midland League Division 1 after the extraordinary events of Saturday. And now United pick up the ball, trying to race forward with Matt Brown. Good defensive pressure by Cadbury, and eventually the numbers game pays off. And the ball is won back. It's played back to the goalkeeper, Fraser Oliver. Played back forward towards Craig Brooks. Ball down line to Hunter. He's trying to find his way past Coleman, slips. And Coleman plays it back up line, only as far as Brain. And here's Lee trying to put Hunter through, and it's eventually gone out for a goal kick. Round, well, we haven't actually got a scoreboard at the ground, so I'll assume it's about 5 or 10 minutes gone here at the Triplex Sports Association ground. Let's bring you up to date with some of the other fixtures around the Sporting Globe. It remains in the Champions League. Paris Saint-Germain 0, Chelsea 0.
Come on, come on!
And there's a huge game in Midland League Division 1 tonight. Bromsgrove Sporting against Lichfield. We'll bring you score updates from that game as and when we get them. As an offside is called against Cadbury.
Come on, Josh, come on!
And Morris is going to take the free kick. Booted forward by the man in yellow. No colour clashes tonight for Morris. And Cadbury pick up the ball, but won back well by Brown. Can he keep it in? And eventually, Cadbury defender picks it up. And racing forward for Cadbury is Brooks. Plays forward to Barnes. Barnes picks it up. Back to Lee. Brooks now on the right-hand side. Plays in Hunter. Trying to get past a two-man wall. Can't quite do so. Briscoe comes away with the ball and a good challenge in the end by Brooks. But United again with the ball. Hutchcox plays it forward. Briscoe couldn't get possession of the ball. Back and forth action. And eventually the ball goes out for a throw into Cadbury inside the attacking half. 0-0 it remains. And a free kick to Cadbury. Challenge there from Glasgow. And it's a free kick on the right-hand side. Not quite level with the penalty area, but it's a good crossing position here. And it looks like it's going to be whipped in by Brooks. It's whipped in. A decent effort to goal at the far post. But well caught there from the United keeper, Rich Morris. United try and play their way out of danger. And it was Lee who had the effort to goal. A rather tame volley straight into the gut of Rich Morris as Cadbury regain possession with Hunter. Brooks, long ball forward. That's going to go straight out for a goal kick.
On, United! 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 What happened?
Let you down, Alan. Let you down.
And the fans here, most of whom are from Coventry United, in full voice tonight as usual. No score updates from the Bromsgrove Lichfield match. 0-0 at the Victoria Ground. And United have the free kick in the centre of the park. It's going to be Moodim to take it. Glasgow towards the left-hand side to Coleman. Coleman will just about get there. He's got Glasgow in support again. Man in front of him tries a high pass forward, blocked well in the end by Hunter. The United chant works this time for the Coventry United fans, but unfortunately the pass from Coleman didn't. It's a throw in to Cadbury. And we're hearing that there may be a couple of streaming issues with the broadcast tonight. If you can hear us, do let us know on Twitter at Matchday Hillz. United trying to get forward with Briscoe. Pass blocked well. Good defence here by Cadbury. Joseph Brooks blocking the pass from Briscoe. And score remains Cadbury Athletic 0, Coventry United 0. And a real chance coming from Dean Lee. A tame volley straight at the goalkeeper, Rich Morris, from a corner. As Brown tries to get through the defence, is brought down, no free kick, cleared up the other end of the pitch. And Moodim now on the ball. We all know what he can do with that ball. And he links up with Josh O'Grady, still Moodim. And tries to pass down the centre towards Brown. It isn't successful, cut out by Brooks. And Cadbury can't deal with the ball. And Brown nearly got there, and it's eventually cleared well by Allen. To try and keep the ball in their own half. And it is a throw in to United. It came off Hunter last. Very even encounter so far. Around 15 minutes played. Really, neither side has taken this game by the scruff of the neck. Very difficult game to predict, this one. Morris plays it forward, headed on by Glasgow towards Matt Brown on the left-hand side, and eventually It's given us a free kick against Brown. Disappointing there for Brown. A foul on Stuart Butcher, the Cadbury captain, as Fraser Oliver gets set to take the goal kick on the right corner of his penalty box. And of course, you can still get in touch with us via Twitter at Matchday Hillz. Anything you have to say on today's show, please do let us know. Long ball forward towards Brown, eventually dealt with once again by Butcher. Strong performance by the Cadbury captain at the moment. United, long throw taken. Glasgow picks up the ball after it was headed away by the Cadbury defence. United try and do something with this ball. Coleman lofts it forward towards Briscoe. Good chance here. Blythe tries to cut the goalkeeper off his line. It's eventually come to Josh O'Grady on the right-hand side of the penalty area. Trying to find his way into the box. Still going O'Grady. Still trying to trick his way past the defender and eventually has a go. And it's well blocked. But I believe it was Allen who managed to block the ball in front of the goalkeeper as United look to build something from the throw. Moody plays a 1-2 with Blythe, finds his way into the area, finds Josh O'Grady in the penalty box. Still O'Grady has a goal, and that's 1-0. Coventry United grabbed the initiative and grabbed the first goal. Josh O'Grady puts Coventry United in front at the Triflex Sports Association ground. Cadbury Athletic 0, Coventry United 1. Josh O'Grady with the first goal. Great bit of skill there by Gray to work his way past a couple of defenders and score from close range, firing across the goalkeeper, Fraser Oliver. 1-0 Coventry United on this freezing cold night in Birmingham.
We are top of the league! We are
And the top of the league chant starts from the travelling United faithful. And and the United fans trying a new chant there. I think the old one worked better, but, you know, top marks for trying. But the score is 1-0 Coventry United. Josh O'Grady, the ever-reliable Josh O'Grady, scoring the first goal. It's 1-0 Coventry United. Can they retain this lead? Of course, United's lead at the top of the table remains at 5 points. Bromsgrove and Lichfield currently drawing in their match. Very important match in the Midland League Division 1 table. And Lichfield could really do United a favour tonight. And so United have a throw-in around the halfway line. And Coleman's going to take a throw-in. He's looking down line towards Brown and eventually finds Briscoe. The control wasn't there and Cadbury come away with the ball. Long ball forward. No direction on that one towards the left-hand corner of the pitch. No one there and Pierre Mouden will pick it up. Cadbury players starting to close in on the popular fullback and eventually plays it to Burgess. But Cadbury pick up the ball again, but it's a free kick to Coventry United. Danger over on this freezing cold night in Birmingham. Well, Kings Norton to be precise. The fans showing their appreciation for Josh O'Grady. Long ball forward by Coleman looking for Briscoe, and Briscoe's picked that one up on the left hand side of the area. He's got Brown in support, tries to cross, blocked well by Brooks. Good challenge though from Coleman, and Briscoe with the ball again, gets past Brooks this time, crossing opportunity, still Briscoe. Waits for the support of Prinzel. Prinzel with the ball now, back to Briscoe, surrounded by defenders. Briscoe forced back, still Briscoe, and he's eventually lost the ball. It seems the United man is down, and it looks like Coleman, who took a hit on that slide challenge. He's in some discomfort, but United carrying on here with Moody. Josh O'Grady now. And eventually Colstock with a good challenge. Oh, Colstock has cleared the ball out of play so that Coleman could get some attention. He's ended up smacking a fan dead in the face with the ball. And of course we go to more serious matters now as Jamie Coleman is still down. on the far side of the pitch. Of course, we hope that he's going to be okay. And the trainer is being called over. And we could well be seeing the end of Jamie Coleman's day, replacing Ben Valance for tonight's fixture. No real defensive options for United on the bench. Of course, Gift Musa, Wendell Moyo, Brian and Love and Muzzy and Duna, the outfield options, and really they're all attacking midfielders and strikers. There's a possibility that United could go for three at the back, maybe push Glasgow or Blythe into a full-back position. Of course, the man with the plan is Edwin Greaves. Obviously, he's got something up his sleeve. And so far, the plan is working beautifully, with Coventry United leading by 1-0. Josh O'Grady with the opening goal around 15 minutes in. You listen to Hillz FM Matchday live via YouTube. And United are not going to be in action this Saturday, but we will be returning to action on Tuesday night for another exciting encounter against Racing Club Warwick, the home fixture. The game that was supposed to see the debut of Hillz FM Matchday back on the 9th of January. But better late than never. We're going to get that game next Tuesday. So no game on Saturday. I believe it was supposed to be against Heath Hayes in the Midland League Division 1, but Heath Hayes are through to the next round of the FA Vars. So there will be no fixture for United this weekend. I think Coleman's trying to shake off the injury. And it does look like Jamie Coleman is going to be able to continue. He looks a little bit worse for wear, but he is back on the pitch. No substitute required. And a throw in to Coventry United. The ball bounces right next to us. I know we're close to the action, but I don't want to be that close. As Moodim takes the throw in, gets it straight back. Blythe. And it's eventually blocked by the Hillsborough midfielder Tom Brain. Moodim looking for another throwing option with Briscoe picking up the ball, tries to flick it through to Brown and eventually booted clear by Stuart Butcher. Back upfield by United, head up again by Brain. United pick up the ball in the defensive area once again. Coleman, long ball forward, looking for Brown. And Brown is going to get there, and he's brought down by Craig Brooks. Free kick, Coventry United on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Perfect crossing opportunity, and it could well be a yellow card for Craig Brooks. The referee certainly wants a word. It just seems as if the Brooks knew he wasn't going to be getting to the ball and just pulled Matt Brown down. And it doesn't look like it. It's a yellow card. I don't think there was going to be a card there, but it turns out a yellow card for Craig Brooks. No, actually, it wasn't. Very difficult to see from over here. It doesn't look like it was a yellow card, actually. Fans saying it was a yellow. I didn't seem to think so, but there you go. Easily led me. And the free kick's going to be taken by O'Grady. 6 men in the area. It's played low. And Hutchcox has a go, and it goes straight over the crossbar. Not bad for a centre-back, but not what United needed in that situation. But decent idea there from O'Grady. Score remains 1-0 Coventry United. And still no goals in the UEFA Champions League fixtures. PSG 0, Chelsea 0, and Benfica 0, Zenit St. Petersburg 0. And I believe there's still not been any goals in the game between Bromsgrove and Lichfield. And of course, we'll let you know if that scoreline does change. As Cadbury have a free kick right on the halfway line, which is going to be taken by their captain, Butcher. Butcher with the captain's armband. Long ball towards the area, finds Barnes. It's headed back. United trying to pick up the ball, but it's fired towards goal, and a good save there by Morris. Decent effort at goal there from Sean Hunter, but not enough to catch the man that United fans called England's number one off his guard. As Morris clears the ball. Miscommunication now between Blythe and O'Grady, but Blythe comes away with the ball and plays it back to Burgess. Coventry United can take it easy here. They're 1 goal up, a respectable position, but they've given away a throw-in in their own half. Throw-in taken, headed back upfield by the United man. It's played into the centre. Here's Lee. Over to the right side, finds Brooks. Brooks puts in the cross. Oh, and that, it may actually have been a shot. It just fizzed just wide of the post. Cross or shot, it came very close to finding the bottom corner. Decent effort there from Brooks. Close but no cigar has been the really the word of the day for Cadbury Athletic. Maybe named after the chocolate company, but it seems as if United have the sweet tooth for victory at the moment. As they have a throw-in, ball headed out of play by Cadbury's Sam Griffin on this near side. Mudim throws it towards Blythe, headed on by Blythe. Here's Briscoe. Good defensive pressure there by Colstock. And Cadbury come away with the ball. Barnes trying to get away from Burgess. And eventually some good pressure there by Burgess. Allows Mudim to pick up the ball. And cleared finally there by Burgess towards Briscoe. Briscoe goes down. No foul given, but Matt Brown. And that's a push in the back by the skipper, Stuart Butcher. It was just outside the area. It will be a free kick just outside the box. And Brown is still down here. And the referee's got a decision to make here. Did look rather cynical. A push into the back of Brown, who is starting to get back on his feet. The referee is calling the skipper over. And he is pulling out a card. And it is a yellow card for the skipper, Stuart Butcher. And we all know who's going to take this free kick on the right-hand side of the penalty area. It is indeed Josh O'Grady, who picks up the ball, ready to position it. Blythe, Briscoe, Brown, Prinzel, all in the box as Hutchcox also makes his way onto the edge of the area along with Glasgow. What is O'Grady thinking here? He's going to have a go himself. That lethal left foot of his. Some movement in the area. O'Grady puts it in towards the far post. Punched clear by Oliver. It's not cleared yet. And O'Grady picks it up under a poor clearance. O'Grady! Blythe! Still got the ball despite a challenge. Here's Glasgow. Got sport on the right in the form of Prinzel. Oh, and poor control from Glasgow. Lose United possession. And Cadbury try and break with Sam Griffin. Long ball on the left wing is played out for a United throw-in. Just under half an hour played in the Midland League Division 1 encounter between Cadbury Athletic and Coventry United. Score remains 1-0 to the away side, Coventry United. Lee trying to work his way out of a merry-go-round of United defenders, and eventually the Reds come away with the ball. It's played back to the goalkeeper, Rich Morris. Cadbury just with the one opportunity. Dean Lee volleying at goal. And Briscoe picks up the ball. Long ball forward by Blythe, and Brown trying to get on the end of that one, but well caught there by Fraser Oliver, the Cadbury goalkeeper. Coventry United seem certainly the more settled of the two sides in Kings Norton. United prepare to take a throw in midway into the attacking half, thrown towards Brown. Being blocked off by Brooks. Still Brown. And eventually it's a free kick against Brown, despite the fact that Brooks had his hands all over the United man. It's a free kick to Cadbury. Very even encounter so far. United just edging ahead through Josh O'Grady. A long ball forward. Right blow towards O'Grady. Poor control there by Colstock, allows O'Grady in on the right wing. He's got Moody in support behind him. O'Grady goes alone. And the cross was certainly not what was required. Maybe it took a bobble, but it's gone well wide. Chance over for Coventry United, and a new ball is required as Cadbury try and race forward, but again the United defence cutting off the pass. Hutchcock, the stand-in skipper, doing well to end the Cadbury attack. It's played forward towards Briscoe, tries to flick it on for Brown, but it's only back to the Cadbury goalkeeper Oliver. There's some score updates to bring you. Still 0-0 between PSG and Chelsea in the Champions League. Still 0-0 between Benfica and Zenit St. Petersburg in the Champions League. As far as the match between Bromsgrove Sporting and Lichfield is concerned, it is still 0-0. Very important game at the top of Midland League Division 1, and as things stand, United would go 7 points clear at the top of Midland League Division 1. That sounds good, doesn't it? 7 points clear. And still with a game in hand as well. And of course, we're still quite a way off from the end of the season, so I wouldn't count the chickens just yet. Cadbury want to throw in just by the corner flag. And Brooks is going to take it. Looking for a long throw into the area. He finds only the head of a United man. It's back into the area by the number 6 Tom Brain, but only over the crossbar. Nothing to worry about for Coventry United. I'd say we're around 15 minutes from half time. And let's just hope that the lads have got a heater in the dressing room, because it is absolutely freezing out here. I know they've got green shorts on, it looks like their legs are turning blue. It's that cold. As Cadbury try a through ball for Griffin, and again well cut out. Got to try and play the way out of danger here. But again, Cadbury win the ball back in the midfield. United, strong defence once again. Cadbury just can't seem to work past that United back line. Frustrating times for the home side as Moodin picks up the ball on the right hand side. O'Grady, and that looked like handball. Referee hasn't given it, and a missed challenge there from Prinzel. Cadbury have the ball again, and eventually it's a free kick to Colstock. A foul by the United skipper Martin Hutchcock, who it did look like a handball against the Cadbury fullback. Referee didn't see it, and Cadbury have a free kick around 5 yards into the attacking half. And it's already come to the point where the United fans are making chocolate jokes. Good night, God bless, that's me done for the night. As we get back to from food matters to football matters, as Cadbury get ready to take the free kick, courtesy of Tom Brain. Towards the right side of the area. And still in a danger zone for Cadbury, just outside the area. And they'll pick it up with Brain again. Cut out again there by the United man. And the clearance off Cadbury's Dion Colstock for a United throw-in. As we approach half-time, around 10 minutes to go into the break. Very even encounter. Forward by Prinzel towards Brown. And Cadbury win it back in defence. Colsock under pressure. Manages to find his teammate Griffin. Again, the pass is wayward and United come away with it. Matt Brown with the ball in the forward area. He's got O'Grady to the left of him. Tried a through ball to Briscoe, but it was blocked. Passing doesn't seem to be anywhere near perfection on a very bobbly pitch. We're at the Triplex Sports Association ground, the home of Pilkington Football Club. And offside against Ross Briscoe, the pass forward, catching him out. Frustration for Coventry United. But they remain up by 1-0, and there's been a goal in Paris. Paris Saint-Germain 1, Chelsea 0. Zlatan Ibrahimovic scoring for PSG in the 39th minute. So PSG 1, Chelsea 0 is the scoreline in the UEFA Champions League knockout phase first leg. And Cadbury trying to work into attacking position here. Cross put in from the right-hand side. Cut out well by Hutchcox. And the clearance was eventually blocked by Cadbury man, but it's cleared once again by Hutchcox. As United come away with the ball. Brown, long ball to the right-hand side. Just out of reach for Josh O'Grady. Score at Bromsgrove against Lichfield in a hotly anticipated encounter in Midland League Division 1 remains 0-0. So again, to recap, Paris Saint-Germain lead Chelsea by 1-0 in the Champions League knockout phase first leg. Zlatan Ibrahimovic with the goal. Free kick that went in of John Obi Mikel as Moonin tries to work his way past Colstock. Can he get past his fellow fullback? No, he can't. It's eventually cleared by the Cadbury centre-back Nicholas Allen. As you can hear, the ball bouncing off the stand roof. As we require another ball. They don't come cheap, lads. Be considerate with them. Moodim's throw to Blythe. Back to Moodim. And Prinzel and Moodim both going for the same ball. Let's put United on the back foot here. Eventually cleared forward by Burgess. And a good block there as Barnes tries to win the ball back. United now with Jamie Coleman on the left-hand side. Cross into the box. Only as far as Fraser Oliver as we approach half-time. Around, say, about 8 minutes to go until the referee blows his whistle. Not sure whether the half-time oranges will be replaced with cream eggs or Terry's chocolate oranges. I'm not sure, but had to ask the players when they come out. As United try and work an opportunity. O'Grady almost putting a through ball through for Blythe. Just cut out. And again, the passing just isn't there for either side at the moment. Low through balls being attempted. None of them are coming off. Maybe lofted balls are the best way to go. Prinzel, low pass towards O'Grady, and once again, it's cut out by Colstock. Both defences seem to be on top in this very frustrating game for both sides. Score remains Cadbury Athletic 0. Coventry United 1 as Pierre Moodin prepares to take a throw-in just in front of the technical areas towards the head of Blythe. And a free kick against Blythe for a push in the back of Nicholas Allen. But Allen had won the ball with a header anyway. And a little bit of an interesting fact here. Coventry United have only ever played at the Triplex Sports Association ground once. And they lost 2-0 that day against Barnt Green Spartak. So the only time that United have played on this ground, they've lost. They're 1-0 up at the moment, but another needless free kick given away, this time by Matt Brown. as the score between Bromsgrove and Litchfield remains at 0-0. I'll keep on saying it until we have a goal. It's not been the most exciting of encounters in Kings Norton this evening. But I'll tell you something.
We're top of the league.
It may not be the best of games, but I tell you what, it's better than watching soaps at home, so let's just be thankful of that.
United, we're top of the league.
And
I'll
if-
sing on my own. I'll sing on my own. Because I'm mental. I'll sing on my own.
Now, if you can hear the brilliant songs from the Coventry United crowd,
It's my night off. I'll go mental. Because it's my night
and
off.
Alan once again making his voice heard. I don't know where he's going to give someone else a go, but you know. And of course, every single Coventry United fan playing their part tonight. And of course, big shout out to everyone listening at home via YouTube, live on Hillz FM Matchday, presented by Liam Cook. Yeah, as noted out by people behind me, they've tried to ban me, but you know, I just keep on finding that hole in the fence. I'm a very hard person to keep out.
Tell you what, it must be a record. It's like this band. Then you get
And an excellent steward of that, if I want to say so myself.
Oh, don't take your jacket off, mate.
And a Cadbury athletic player receiving treatment on the far hand side of the pitch. I can't quite see who it is. I believe it might be the number 7 winger, Sean Hunter. Let's try and find some scores from some of the other games around the country this evening. There are some fixtures in the Football League, including in League One. We'll try and find the scores now as the injured player is still being attended to on the far side of the pitch. And a big... And, well, we spoke on Saturday about Bury getting absolutely hammered by Coventry City by 6-0 at the Ricoh Arena. But Bury have actually taken the lead against Sheffield United. So Bury with a 1-0 advantage over Sheffield United in League One. And looks like there is going to be a change here for Cadbury. And it is going to be the number 7 winger, Sean Hunter. It seems that the... well, not too sure what the injury is, but of course we do wish Flair a very speedy recovery as the players of both sides try and keep fit, keep refreshed. I'm having a couple of a passing session on the pitch. Very hard to commentate when there's not actually anything happening, so apologies for the ridiculous drivel that I'm coming out with. They are a rather cheeky bunch at Coventry United. And of course, the fans supporting their team in numbers as usual tonight, even though it's absolutely freezing. I saw a brass monkey crying his eyes out outside the stadium, but you know what, that hasn't stopped us. Score remains 1-0 to Coventry United. Josh O'Grady giving the away side the advantage. And we've just received word of another goal in the Champions League fixture. PSG 1, Chelsea 1. John Obi Mikel with the goal. And amazing, that is only Mikel's 6th ever goal for Chelsea. He's been there since 2007. He's only ever scored once. Six times I should say. So John Obi Mikel with the equaliser, as the half-time whistle has also gone in Paris. So the score in the Champions League: PSG 1, Chelsea 1. John Obi Mikel grabbing the goal. We are a little bit behind here at the Triplex Sports Association ground. We were very late kicking off, around 5 minutes late kicking off. There's been 2 rather lengthy delays for injuries as well, so I'm expecting at least 5 minutes of added time here. So it will be a while before the players get to go into the dressing rooms and have their half-time Terry's chocolate oranges. I'll get me coat. They get worse. And it looks like the player is actually able to continue. I'm hearing that the player in question, Cadbury's Sean Hunter, has actually dislocated his jaw. That's what the goalkeeper said. Anyway, Fraser Oliver, we're having a quick chat with him on the touchline. He seemed to say that the winger dislocated his jaw. Apparently he does it in rugby all the time. It doesn't seem to have affected him too much, as he seems able to continue. After some lengthy treatment, Sean Hunter is able to continue in this game. As we get ready to get the game back underway. As actually there is a change getting ready for Coventry United. It's number 15 coming on, and actually it was the number 2 Craig Brooks who was coming off, and he's been replaced by number 15 Richard Deeming. So Deeming is coming on. So a straight switch at right back as we get ready to go again. A free kick played immediately back out by Coventry United. Still no score between Bromsgrove and Lichfield. Very important game at the top of Midland League Division 1. As Cadbury look to work an opening here. Decent opportunity here for the Cadbury striker. It was crossed in there by the number 9, O'Dane Barnes. Lee had a go, it's deflected out off a United man, and it is a corner kick to Cadbury as the seconds tick down towards half-time. After a lengthy injury delay. So again, that game between Lichfield and Bromsgrove. Bromsgrove in second place, 5 points behind Coventry United, having played 1 game more. Lichfield in 5th place, playing 21 games, same as United. And the corner is going to be whipped in here from the right-hand side towards the near post, headed clear. It's going to be a shooting opportunity here for Hunter. And that's a good effort. The strong hands from Morris to catch it. Long-range effort straight at the goalkeeper, around head height for the United man, as United try and play it away. That's a poor pass from Moodim, and Griffin tries to put it through for his teammate Dean Lee, but it's easily picked up by Morris. Not the best of passes there from Moodim. Coventry United are just hoping to get in for half time. Again, lacklustre passing has been the order of the day for both sides. I think some of it you can blame on the pitch, some of it not, as Morris is forced to boot it clear as Burgess tries to shepherd the ball away from the Cadbury striker. United have it in the centre. Glasgow, ball forward, and he had easier options there. He had O'Grady on his right-hand side, Prinzel as well, and it's played straight over to the goalkeeper Fraser Oliver. Not the best of efforts there from Prinzel on his first start since returning to Coventry United in the transfer window. Cadbury with the throw-in to be taken by Dean Colstock. And offside against Cadbury. And United with possession of the ball in the centre. Glasgow towards the left-hand side to Jamie Coleman, who spent a lot of time on the floor in the opening part of the first half. That eventually leads to nothing, with Butcher picking up the ball. Very lacklustre game here at the Triplex Sports Association ground. Still 1-0 Coventry United, and a lofted ball for O'Dane Barnes, and the striker is caught offside. It was a shame for him. He would have been through on goal. Now, I'm trying to stay away from chocolate-related jokes as much as I can, all right? But I've heard a careless whisper that it's going to be a substitution. I've also heard that the lads are going to be going in for their Terry's chocolate oranges at half-time. Oh, you know what? I'm going to stop one on my head. That's awful. That's awful. As O'Grady tries to cross it in. It's a corner, Coventry United. The cross blocked by Scott Colstock. Back to serious business now. No chocolate jokes. See what I've started now. Apparently it's going to be a curly-whirly corner. What have I done? What have I done? As O'Grady takes the corner towards the far post. Oh, it was a wasted opportunity. Briscoe and Prinzel both calling for it at the far post. It ended up going out of Briscoe's chest, right in front of goal. What a chance there for Coventry United. It just didn't happen for them. It was a brilliant corner from Josh O'Grady. Swung in with the left foot towards the far post. Briscoe and Prinzel just couldn't make up their mind who was going to have it. As we close in on the half-time whistle. I've been saying that for the last 20 minutes, but there's been a rather long injury left, and of course there is going to be some added time. As Barnes races down the right-hand wing for Cadbury. Still going, and eventually it's tapped away by Hutchcox. And Barnes wins himself a throw-in. Down line to the skipper, Stuart Butcher, who's filling in at right back. And a good challenge by Coleman. And Briscoe trying to race onto the loose ball. It's towards the goalkeeper. And Oliver's got to deal with this one quickly. Plays it to his defender. But the United strike force are not allowing Cadbury a minute's rest here. And they've worked the ball back with Glasgow. Booted forward by Coleman towards the head of Briscoe. It's gone over Briscoe. It's gone over the defender. And Cadbury come away with the ball again. The Cadbury play a lofted ball over the United defence, straight back to the goalkeeper, Rich Morris. And I do apologise, it hasn't been the best of commentaries tonight, but to be quite honest with you, there hasn't been a lot to commentate on. It's been poor passing, not a lot of chances for either side. Just the one goal from Josh O'Grady to tell you about, around 15-20 minutes into the first half, as Cadbury try and work an opening with Colstock. To Lee, back to Colstock. And United again come away with the ball. Josh O'Grady's got some space in front of him here. He's forced back into the centre. Glasgow, now Coleman. Looking for an option. Finds O'Grady with a low pass, but O'Grady loses it to Deeming. Story of the game, really. Opportunity for Cadbury as Barnes put a through ball through. It's eventually blocked up by the United defender. And a good challenge there from Prinzel. And that's the half-time whistle at the Triplex Sports Association ground. To be honest with you, not a lot to tell you from a rather bland game in Midland League Division 1. The score at half-time currently stands at Cadbury Athletic 0, Coventry United 1. Josh O'Grady with a close range finish in at the far post around between 15 and 20 minutes into the first half. A couple of injuries to tell you about. I believe both men stayed on the pitch. Jamie Coleman was down with a leg injury around 10 minutes in. Seems to have twisted something, but has been able to continue. And then Sean Hunter dislocated his jaw in a challenge with Matt Brown. He was able to continue, but the Cadbury fullback at number 2, Brooks, had to be substituted. And really, apart from that, not a lot to say about in what has been a pretty poor game in Midland League Division 1. Let's try and take you through some half-time scores. And to be quite honest with you, I think half of the games I'm about to tell you about are going to be kicking off again soon. Half-time score in the Champions League. PSG 1, Chelsea 1. Excuse me. Zlatan Ibrahimovic putting PSG in front before John Obi Mikel with a very rare goal, just his 6th goal for Chelsea, equalising just before half-time. In the other European fixture, Benfica are drawing 0-0 with Zenit St. Petersburg. Let's go through the half-time scores.
What you call style live, mate. Live on radio.
Big club, mate.
Yeah, big club.
Half-time scores in Sky Bet League 1. Blackpool 0, Oldham 0, Bradford City 1, Southend 0, Bury 1, Sheffield United 0, Colchester United 0, Chesterfield 0, Millwall 0, Scunthorpe 1, Rochdale 2, Crewe Alexandra 2. And the half-time scores in Sky Bet League 2, Accrington Stanley 0, Carlisle 1. Got a question for you. Accrington Stanley, who are they? I hate language. PG show, lads, all right? Let's go through the other half-time scores. Hartlepool United 0, Notts County 2, Oxford United 0, Northampton Town 0, and York 1, Exeter 0. Let's see where we can find the Championship half-time scores. Hull City 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 0, and Blackburn Rovers 1, Fulham 0.
There goes my bets down.
And let's see where we can get the score from the big game in Midland League Division 1. It's 2nd versus 5th as Bromsgrove host Lichfield, and I can tell you it's still 0-0. Not the most exciting of afternoons, but you know what? It beats sitting on your backside watching the soaps with the missus, doesn't it? Well, that is it for the first half of this evening's broadcast. The half-time score, Cadbury Athletic 0, Coventry United 1. Make sure to tune in to Hillz FM Matchday again in around 5 minutes' time. We're just going to swap over the laptop batteries, and there will be a new live event on the Matchday YouTube page, which you will need to tune into to hear the rest of this evening's broadcast. So I'm going to go for a Terry's Chocolate Orange, and you can have a little bit of a break, go make yourself a cup of tea, and well, we'll see you in about 5 minutes.